My name's Zeo, and we need to talk. Oh no, here goes Zeo, one of those videos. Oh, not quite like that, I promise. We need some better creative space moderation tools. So what am I on about here? Well, the other night, a few of us, myself included, were part of an event at a creative space. Things were going just fine for a while, but then toward the latter half of the evening, things started to go sideways. A few folks, let's just call them sewer rats for lack of a better term, started coming up out of their hole and started doing sewer rat-like things. We'll wrap back around to that behavior in a minute. And this behavior made some folks uneasy and subsequently swear off going to these events altogether. So this led to a rather lengthy discussion between us about this subject. Whenever you block someone, they become invisible on your screen, you don't see them. However, if you, the owner of a creative space, block someone within your CS, you don't see them, but the people inside your CS still have to deal with the troublemaker. The blocked person isn't ejected from the CS. However, once the blockee leaves the CS, they can't see it anymore. So my friend, the CS owner, blocked these individuals, and these troublemakers were still carrying on in area chat. So you could see how this would be problematic for people, especially those who host CS events like fashion shows and what have you. Even more so if said events being streamed on YouTube or Twitch. Granted, one can simply turtle up, so to speak, and use streamer mode, but that doesn't shield other people in the venue from that. People want to go to these CS events to chill and vibe out and not be subject to these ghetto alio sewer rat shenanigans. Sometimes these things have 30, 40, hell even upwards of 50 people in them, and all it takes is a few bad actors to spoil things. And guess what else happens? That creates a huge snowball effect. People are less inclined to show up to these things. And for us streamers, especially NGS official content creators, ambassadors for the game, that means fewer eyes on our streams. That translates to fewer eyes on the overall product, which is ultimately bad for business for literally everyone involved. Not being able to handle this crap at the top level is not a good look. Creative space owners need the tools to deal with this crap, not just for themselves, but for everyone else. I did say I'd wrap back to the behavior thing, so here we go. You could chalk this up to internet gonna internet. Well, guess who uses the internet? That's right, people. To me, it's a symptom, one of many symptoms, of several breakdowns happening at the cultural macro level, which spills over into the personal micro level. It's the old Hermetic saying, as above, so below. A lot of things we see on the societal level are permeating into all aspects of our day-to-day lives. Going back to the creative space thing, you are essentially entering someone else's home. Our home is our inner sanctum, and it says a lot about who we are as individuals. Now, whenever you visit someone else's home, there's certain etiquette you gotta follow as a guest. Growing up in the days pre-internet, if you wanted to hang out with a friend outside school, you had to go to their house. And while at that friend's house, you needed to know how to act as a guest in someone's home. You know, respect for their parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, or whoever the adults in charge were. And if you were a complete ass to them, your ass wasn't getting invited back there. And God help you if they told your parents, especially if they didn't condone that crap. Now scale that up to creative space events. You know, you have a host and others performing different tasks related to the event. It's like any other gathering in the real world, be it a festival or a show at a nightclub. Now the finer points may differ, but universally it's recognized that if you're continuously being a disruptive dick, then your ass is getting thrown out. It's not only insanely disrespectful to the people around you, but also the organizers. In the case of creative space events, someone has to build the damn venue and make it look presentable, and then someone needs to organize the damn event. Like in the case of a fashion show, you need a host and a panel of judges. and then someone's got to promote it on social media channels like X and Discord and what have you. And of course, if this is being streamed on, like, say, Twitch, that streamer's likely to have moderators to help them keep the peace in chat and, in some cases, in-game. And if there's an after party involved, there are usually one or more DJs who raid into each other in a predetermined order. And guess what? These folks aren't paid. They're volunteers. They're carving time out of their day to put together an event for the enjoyment of the community. So this dovetails with another idea: ambassadorship. Whether you realize it or not, you're an ambassador of something, be it online or offline. You are representing something greater than yourself. In the case of this game, you're an ambassador to your alliance if you're part of one. If you're a fire starter constantly instigating shit in Alio, people are gonna notice that, and they're gonna think the same about other members of your alliance. You might have an alliance mate who just isn't about that life, and they're made to look bad just by association. True or not, that's just how it is. You know the expression, perception is reality. As some of you may know, I was raised in a military family, and we spent some time overseas. One day in 5th grade before a field trip, the principal came on the bus and told us we're not just representing our school, we're representing America. I literally don't remember anything else about that field trip. Going back to that friend's house, you're an ambassador for the rest of your family. In the case of yours truly, I not only represent my own alliance, but also you guys as my audience. And as an official NGS content creator, I am also an ambassador for the game at large. Before you go and say, "On this video, are you gonna do anything?" We've already run this up the proper official flagpoles. I'll have the link to a feedback post on the official NGS Discord. Shout out to my friend Emerald Lex Veda. And of course, we've asked our content creator colleagues to pass that around to their respective communities. All we can do for now is act on the individual level. If you're at one of these things and someone's disrupting your enjoyment, just block the bastard. Anyway, that's a wrap. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.